Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in for another lesson about one of the VIPs in the Bible. Remember 3 weeks ago when we talked about David and Goliath? That's the story about how little shepherd boy David defeated the giant Philistine Goliath with a slingshot. And then last week we talked about David and King Saul, how Saul got super jealous of David and the fact that everyone seemed to like David more than him. So Saul tried to kill David, like a bunch of times, you guys. So David had to run away from Saul. Today's story picks up right there. Well, after a few years actually. In today's lesson, we're going to learn more about David and when he finally got the chance to be king. Did you know that God sent Samuel to tell David that he would be king when he was just 15 years old? When I was 15, I didn't know how to drive a car, let alone rule over an entire land. At that time, David was just a shepherd boy who was always overlooked by his older brothers. But remember, God had a plan for David's life, and it just took a while for it to happen. David had to be super patient, you guys, and trust that God would do what he promised. Now I want you guys to squeeze your brains a little bit and think back to our last lesson. David had to run away from King Saul, who hated him. Well, when King Saul died, David was finally made king. In total, David had to wait something like 22 years to be the king of all of Israel. That's over double most of your guys' ages. That's crazy, right? Have you guys ever had to wait for something that you really wanted? Probably, right? Maybe you asked for something for your birthday, but it was months away. Or maybe you're super excited to drive one day, but you're only 10. You guys have all had to wait at some point in your lives. And if you haven't, I promise you, you will one day. We all know how hard it is to be patient. But maybe you've only had to wait a few days or a week, maybe a month, possibly a whole year. David had to wait a lot longer than that. David waited like a whole lifetime, you guys. So here's the lesson, and this is what I want you guys to hold on to after all of this. Sometimes God is going to make us wait, and it's probably more times than not. He may not answer every prayer just how we want, or he may take a little longer to answer than we like. But we can always trust God's timing because he's God and he knows exactly what he's doing. His timing is always perfect. So I encourage you guys, be patient. Okay, that's all for our lesson today, you guys. Now, once you're done here, I want you to head over to Chapel Hill Kids so you guys can do some worship like we normally would on a Sunday. We love and we miss you guys so much. I can't wait to see you all back here next week. Bye, guys.